Here. All right, welcome in. We got a small group today. Thank you, Evelyn. Welcome. Evelyn is saying welcome into Phil. Phil is brand new. He hasn't even done his onboarding yet. So I always applaud you get extra points for showing up to a group call before you even do your onboarding call. So good for you on that. Does anybody have any questions they have about the program or about what's going on or any shares? Evelyn.
Okay, so I took your advice and I figured out in order to get my steps in, I have to do 1,300 steps every hour starting at 10:30. And so that at 8:30 I'm finished with all my steps.
8:30 at night.
Yep.
But how much are you going to increase daily?
So that'll be uh-oh no, let's see. So that today would be, so yesterday I got the extra 200. So today it's 10,400 today.
Okay, so you're going to do 200 steps increments.
Right. I'm
Just for
taking
those
your
of you
advice.
who, just for those of you who don't know, Evelyn's going to Paris in February.
Yeah. No, in
February
March, in
in,
52 days.
in March. So she's training basically to be able to walk to 20,000 steps.
Yeah.
So she just finally worked her way up to 10,000. And so we just decided, okay, let's make this a challenge. Let's make this a training. So if you add 200 steps each day, so tomorrow's 10,000 or today's 10,400, then you'll do 10,600 and so on. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. And so, and those of you who don't know Evelyn, she's a graduate, so she's been through the whole program. So if you guys have any questions as newbies, if you're new to the program, she's a wealth of knowledge, and she really did go all in to the program. So
We get to go to Paris when we complete.
Yeah, I'm so excited. I'm going with my grandson.
All right.
It's actually a class trip for sixth graders, if you can believe that. And
we
I
never got that.
I
No.
know. I'm like, we went to Babilo or Cedar
We
Point.
went to the zoo. That's funny, but yeah, that's awesome.
So I have one question. I need to know, I know that like quite a few years ago, my left knee, I ended up buying a recumbent bike to strengthen the ligaments. And so now I'm walking more and that knee is starting to bother me. Do you have any suggestions on what I can do? Because I don't want to not get my steps in.
Absolutely. I would say take a good glucosamine chondroitin with MSM. They
Wait a minute.
often have the
How
MSM,
do you
but
spell
those,
it? Glucosamine, what?
do you want me to spell it too, girl? You're asking a lot now. I think it's how it sounds.
A glucosamine, what?
Glucosamine. I would just say it's Glucosamine.
That's
If
how
you
I spelled it. Okay.
And the one I'm taking now, and my knees are better, and because they were starting to like my dancing was being affected, and just even walking, and I'm like, no, we're not going to go there. So
How many
I
milligrams would it be, Tammy, and how much?
I would go with what they suggest on the package.
Okay.
You could double dose in the first week just to get it in your system, but I would just follow what the package says. I this time around I got a powdered one,
Okay.
and I put it in a drink that I have in the morning.
Like a smoothie? Like one of
You
our,
could throw it in your smoothie. It really doesn't have a taste.
okay.
But the brand, because I got one of those apps, we talk about the apps, and oh shoot, if I can find it, let me. It you can scan not the QR code, the barcode, and
Okay.
it gives it a rating. And the brand is called Bulk Supplements.
And I think it's Yuka, Yuka. You can scan and it'll give you a rating.
The Yucca app, that's a real good one. I don't know if it does supplements or not, But I love the Yucca app for my like shampoos and soaps and skincare and makeup and stuff.
Okay.
That'll tell you those. And then the Bobby perished or Bobby approved. Bobby approved. He does
Okay.
the food. So if I could find the name of this app,
Okay.
see
Would
if
it be the EWG?
where did it go?
Do you remember what?
Here it is. Here it is. Hold on. What's it called? Supco. SUPPCO. And
Okay.
I believe it was free. And then you just hit the scan button. But I scanned it. If you guys want, I'll go grab it.
Okay.
It's called glucose. It's bulk supplements. If you want to give me a second, talks amongst yourself. Lead the class, Evelyn.
Well, Phil, I did exactly what you did. I went to these calls before I started the program, and I was really scared to do the cleanse. And I'm telling you right now, don't worry about it. I actually like the lemon drink, and I was not hungry. If you start to feel hungry, drink more water or I don't know if you can drink a tea, but I drank more water and I was really surprised I was not hungry, but that made me scared to start. And I was sorry I waited an extra week. But this group, you need to come to these calls. They are fabulous. I've learned so much from Tammy, and I don't think that I would be where I'm at. I'm actually 30 pounds down from starting this group. So it's a great group, and all these people will give you advice and help you on your journey, so you don't feel alone.
And now Evelyn's paying it forward.
I am. I'm telling you.
I feel like I'm crashing a women's meeting though.
You're what?
I'm crashing a women's meeting.
No.
We do have more women than
I
men,
can't. Can
but
you
I
hold the
got
bigger?
two new
Okay.
guys yesterday, so I think that's going to be turning around. But this is the brand Bulk Supplements,
Okay.
and then it's I don't know if it's blurry or not. Glucosamine. It looks like it's kind of blurry. I'm sorry. But I bought this online. I think I got it on, but bulk supplement, I've scanned this with that app, and they came up with pretty good scores because I have another thing of theirs, powdered beets, I think.
Oh, I have some of those powdered
Oh, and
beets.
I have their D-Manos, the bulk supplement, and
Okay.
they came out good quality. So
So tell me, what does this actually do for your knees? What,
it
what,
just it's for me, I've always taken it for knees specifically, but it's for joints.
okay.
I think it helps with inflammation. It just helps. You could take a curcumin, but I think this particular, the glucosamine, really did good for my knees. When I used to own a vitamin store, as some of you know,
Yeah.
and a lady returned, she bought a liquid glucosamine and she returned it because she didn't like the flavor. And I'm like, well, it's not supposed to be dessert. It's a supplement, but whatever. I took it back. And then I thought, well, let me taste it because I hadn't tasted it. You don't try everything on your shelf. And it was fine. It was a citrus, lemony or orangey or something. But then I started taking it and the knee pain went away. It might take up to a couple of weeks to get in your system, but for me, it only took a few days.
Okay.
So I'm a big fan of glucosamine. Usually, glucosamine, chondroitin come together.
Okay.
If it has MSM, throw that in there too. If it has that, it's not going to hurt you, as far as I know. So if your knees are bothering you, that's where I would start. And make sure you're drinking your water and make your omega 3s as an inflammatory.
I am not doing an omega-3.
Do that now. When it says omega 3, turn the bottle around and don't look for how many grams of fish oil's in there because I don't care how much fish oil's in it. Because they all say, oh, 1,000 milligrams fish oil. Oh, that's good and fine. But who cares how much omega 3 is in that fish oil? That's what you want to know. Because a lot of times 1,000 milligrams of fish oil and then only 200 milligrams of omega 3. you want at least 1,000 milligrams of omega-3.
Okay.
So if it's only 200 milligrams of omega-3, it's on the low side. It means you have to take five of them just to get to 1,000. Now it's not so cheap.
Oh, wow.
So you're better off spending the money on the quality one.
Right. I'll have to look because I was taking that one. I was taking that when I went to Weight Watchers and I stopped when I know that sounds terrible. I
That's
stopped.
going to help with your knees too. So I would definitely encourage that as well. So
Okay.
glucosamine and omega-3.
All right, I will do it.
All right. So let's go ahead and dive in. All right. So this is part 3 of our 3-part series. 2 weeks ago, part 1 was physical fitness. I dove deep dive into exercise, different modalities, how to progress, where should your heart rate be, all of the things you should know, at least just the basics about exercise, what's a waste of time, what's going to serve you best for your specific goals, all of that sort of stuff. So 2 weeks ago, so if you want to go back into the group, the private group, all those replays are there waiting for you to watch them. Last week was mental fitness, and that's more of the mindset, kind of get you out of that self-sabotage mode that we can all slip into at times when there's temptations or obstacles coming our way. Stuff happens, life throws us lemons, so we have to learn how to make the lemonades. And then this week is called spiritual fitness. And you might be wondering, well, I came here for gut health. What does that have to do with it? Well, your spiritual fitness is directly tied to your gut, directly to your gut. And I will make that make sense today. So I will go ahead and dive right in. So we'll talk about why spiritual fitness is important, what it is, how to get there, how it affects the physical body, and how it fits into the success formula. And then, of course, at the end, we will have Q&A. So I usually like to start off with some funnies. I don't know if you guys have ever watched, oh, what is this sitcom that he's in? This sitcom.
The Big Bang
The
Theory.
Big Thank You. Gosh, I've seen it several times. And if you've ever seen this character, when you read this, you can almost hear him say it. He's really, really funny. Spiritual growth, be like, but why? Why? Oh, that's why. He's really funny character. It's funny sitcom. Anyway, those are some funnies to start out our day. And I do want to welcome to David, Dora, Philip, who happens to be with us today, Melanie, Patricia, Sydney, Rosemary, Julie, and Laura. So welcome to all my new people. And yeah, we got a few new guys joining us lately, just kind of ebbs and flows with who joins. But if you're here, you're supposed to be here. Nothing happens by accident, right?
Your funny reminded me of I had a son, Will, and he would say, stay away from my danger zone. He was a pretty funny kid.
All right, as I mentioned, we've got different types of fitness, physical fitness, mental fitness, spiritual fitness. There's also financial fitness. Oops. Financial fitness, which I will not be going into because that is just not my area of expertise. There's all kinds of other levels of different categories of fitness. But today we're going to wrap up our fitness series with the spiritual fitness. There we go. Welcome in. Let me move this. All right. So what is spiritual fitness? The beliefs and practices that strengthen your connectedness with sources of hope, meaning, and purpose. Spiritual fitness is critical to developing overall wellness. So it really is connected to our physical body. And as I said, we had the 3-part series. We had the body, which was that physical fitness. Last week was the mind. Today is the spiritual. And as you can see, in the center is wellness. And we have a lot of thoughts. We have a lot of thoughts that we have 60,000 thoughts, 60 to They say 60,000 to 90,000 thoughts a day. I have no idea how they measure that, but I've been hearing those numbers for years and years and years as a personal development student and as a teacher as well. The 60,000 comes up a lot. I have zero idea how they measure that, but that's what they say. But we have these kind of looping thoughts. We have a life event, which creates certain beliefs in our mind, which also creates the stories that we tell ourselves, which also turns into the thoughts and feelings that we have about these certain situations, which will always lead to decisions, which then leads to actions, which always leads to outcomes, which then creates another life event. And we kind of live in this loop-de-loop world, and we do the same thing over and over again. We get excited, we sign up for the program, we start the program, we figure, oh my gosh, it's not anything what I thought it was going to be. This is harder than I thought. And we make certain beliefs or judgments about it, and we keep perpetuating that same thing over and over again, which is why I wanted to do today's topic, so that we can kind of transition out of the same looping thoughts that we have over and over again that keep us stuck, that keep us mentally stuck, and that keep us physically stuck, which eventually would keep us physically stuck or spiritually stuck. So let's dig right in. So what are we thinking about? Where is your primary thoughts? What are you focusing on? How do you feel about that? How you feel is a really important piece of the puzzle. And what you believe about these thoughts and feelings. All right, so why, and this is participation time if you can, why do you think spiritual fitness is important? Does anybody want to guess why they think it might be important?
I think it's really the core of, who you are and who you want to become. I mean, I'm very spiritual. I believe God created me in my mother's womb and knit me together. And I think that if I didn't have God, I don't know if I could go through anything, to be honest with you. I think that that's why it's really the core of who I am. Just, I don't know.
That's awesome. Yeah. Is anybody else a different take on it?
Yeah. If I hadn't had my spiritual life, I guarantee I wouldn't be here right now. 100% guarantee I would not be not only on this call, but on this earth.
Yeah.
It's knowing God has my back, and he is aware of me, and he knows me by name, and there's a plan and everything's going to be made right at some point. Yeah. That's like the whole enchilada as far as I'm concerned.
That's awesome. And there's a lot of reasons why what both of you just said is true. So I have a little bit of a list here, and I'm sure there's many, many more reasons, but
Phil
I
actually
have a
had his
comment.
hand up.
What?
someone else had a comment?
Oh, I do. This is Louisa.
Louisa.
We are spiritual beings having a human experience.
100%. That is exactly, I love
Yeah.
that. Yes.
We've heard that a lot, but from a lot of different people.
And kind of to tap on what Chauncey said too, is she said she wouldn't be here without it. And, Evelyn said pretty much the same thing as well. But the first thing on my list is growth. I mean, because if we have a spiritual practice of some sort, it helps us grow as human beings. It helps deepen our sense of purpose, like our inner peace, our growth, our resilience. It increases our fulfillment in life. Gives our life meaning. But this is how we grow as a human being. If there's something outside of ourselves helping us, it's how we can grow as a human. We don't want to stay stuck. We're either in growth or we're in decay, right? I think I even have a slide on that later in this presentation. But we want to constantly stay in growth rather than being in decay, and having a spiritual practice helps us get to that next level. And if we have a little faith in that spiritual practice, that's a big helpful. Development, this is
Tammy,
our, yes.
Phil actually had his hand up.
Oh, I can't. Phil,
I,
can you unmute yourself? Go ahead.
Yeah, I just wanted to throw in, for me, I heard Dr. Gabor Mate talk about connection is the thing, connection with my God or a higher power of your understanding or misunderstanding, and then connection with my true authentic self, and then connection with others with the right intention and the right motivation. So it's about purpose. So, thanks.
That's perfect. I love that. Very good. Very, very good. Thank you. Let's see, development, that's for our, basically, it gives us core values. Like, what would we base our core values on if we have zero spiritual, like, where do we get the rules of life? Where do we get our values? Um, basically how to live our best life. It helps our mental health and reducing anxiety, helps us with self-reflection, can help reduce stress. It creates inner peace. We've talked a lot about that yesterday, about how certain feelings or emotions have frequencies, and those frequencies are specifically connected to almost every cell in our body, and they affect almost every cell in our body, whether it's good or whether it's bad. So if we're under a lot of stress and we are not practicing our spiritual fitness, it affects all kinds of things. It obviously can affect your muscles. It can affect your heart. It can affect your digestion. Things tense up. Things stop working. Your immune system goes down. We went in deep dive into that yesterday. I went through all of the different phases, from lower vibrational or lower frequency emotions all the way to enlightenment. So if you missed yesterday, please go back and listen to that if this is on your radar. But there's certain conditions that are specifically with certain feelings: jealousy, grief, anger, joy, love, all of those, acceptance. So they all bring something physically to your body. Gives you hope. Without a spiritual practice, it's kind of hard to have hope. Perseverance is a pretty powerful one, I think, because it's hard to keep going when all the things seem stacked against you. But if you kind of have that faith in, like Phil said, the higher power of our understanding or misunderstanding, I thought that was cute. Perseverance, when we face adversity, it helps increase hope and helps reduce stress as well. It helps us with resilience and coping. Our spiritual practice can help with our coping mechanism, and can help, again, bring us back to the place of feeling safe and feeling hopeful and continuing to go on even when things aren't going exactly how we thought. It can also bring fulfillment, joy, and connectedness. Again, one of you touched on those a little bit, but these are very important things for our physical body. It also can help with self-awareness and self-reflection. And then also, again, like I said, the way we feel, the frequencies of the emotions that we feel when we're having a spiritual practice, those frequencies are a lot higher than when we're stuck living those 60,000 thoughts of stress and what it coulda, shoulda, wouldas, and what ifs, and why did he do that, and why did she say that, and why did my boss, blah, 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 all the things. They affect the body physically. So let's go into how that even works. All right, so we've got the autonomic nervous system, and it sounds like automatic nervous system, and it kind of is, and we need both of them to stay alive. We absolutely need both to stay alive. So we've got the sympathetic nervous system, and we've got the parasympathetic nervous system. Sympathetic is your fight or flight. Obviously, if we're in trouble, something's coming at us, is going to kill us, or going to cause some serious damage, we need to be prepared to run or fight back, or whatever the case may be. And we need that to stay alive. So what happens in the body? Physically, what happens in our body physically? The heart rate goes up. Why? Because we need the blood pumping everywhere. We need that oxygen. We need that energy. We need to get going to be able to fight or fly away. We have peripheral vasodilation, which is so amazing. The body is such an amazing unit. So what peripheral vasodilation means, the arms and the legs are actually, not vasodilation, vasoconstriction. The reason for that is if we get into the fight, we need, and we get like the guy with the knife in the bottom picture, if he hits us, and obviously we would bleed, it helps us from not bleeding out so fast. So it's very amazing how the body knows to do that when we're in a dangerous moment. But these are just some of the physical manifestations of fight or flight. The eyes dilate, so you can be sure to see every bit of danger that might be coming other than the imminent one right in front of you. Your digestion and your elimination stops. So you see this guy walking down the alley, midnight in a bad part of town, and you see him coming around the corner. You're not concerned about, oh, I was really just looking for the bathroom. That all stops. Your elimination stops. Your digestion stops. Your body is not going to spend its energy breaking down the apple that you had earlier. It's going to get you in a place where you can fight for yourself or run the heck away. Next up, we've got your immune system stops. So if you've been exposed to, say, a flu bug, which is microscopic, and you have this guy with the knife in front of you, which one is the most dangerous in this moment? Obviously, it's the guy with the knife, right? So your body will stop worrying about that microscopic little flu bug, and it will take care of business with the guy with the knife. It'll either, obviously we're going to run, or we're going to pull out our own knife or fight him any way we possibly can to stay alive. You can see where if we live in fight or flight, if we're living in stress all the time, and your digestion and your elimination stops and your immune system stops, we will become sick and tired after spending too much time in that fight or flight. So ideally, when we're in that fight or flight, another example would be you cross the street and you look up and there's a bus coming right at you. You run out of that street, and we need to be able to get to the sidewalk as soon as possible. That's your fight or flight. The idea would be, hopefully, once you get to the sidewalk and once you get to safety, then everything calms down and things go back into the rest or digest mode, which is your parasympathetic. Your heart rate comes back to normal. Your breathing comes back to normal. Your digestion will start to begin. Then you remember, oh, yeah, that's right, I do have to go to the bathroom. You're not thinking about that if you're being chased by a guy with a knife or a bus, right? And your immune system resumes. But again, it affects our physical body as if we stay in that fight or flight. We've got to practice getting in the rest or digest. So we have certain feelings, we have certain emotions. Again, I did a deep dive on this yesterday, but I do want to touch on it with you guys today. There's these lower feelings or emotions that are very low frequency, low vibrational. And what they do is they attract more same frequency types of emotions or feelings. So at the bottom, we've got shame and guilt and apathy, and that's in your red zone. And so what's the emotional state is despair and blame and humiliation. And the view of life is typically hopeless, evil, or miserable. We can't stay there for too long. We don't want to stay there for too long because, again, all of those things affect the body. What happens? The muscles start to tense up. Your digestion stops. Your immune system stops. All of these things are not working properly. So we have to find ways to get out of this lower vibrational zone. In your orange zone, we've got desire, fear, or grief, which can be related to anxiety and regret. Your view of life is disappointing, it's frightening, it's tragic. As we move up on our ladder here, the yellow zone, we got courage, pride, and anger. Still not quite there yet, but better. The associated emotional state is affirmation, scorn, and hate. The view of life as well, it's feasible, it's demanding, it's antagonistic. So that's not really where we want to be. We want to raise up a little bit higher. So we get into acceptance, willingness, and neutrality. And then that gives us an emotional state of forgiveness, including self, I hope, optimism, and trust. Now that's a place we want to live for sure. That you can tell your blood pressure is going to come down, your digestion will stop, your tension in your body will be released if we're living in this green zone. You're going to have a view of life that's harmonious and hopeful, and it's at least satisfactory. Clearly, as we move up the ladder, we've got joy and love and reason. Our view of life is complete, benign, and meaningful. That's awesome. And then at the top, we've got enlightenment and peace, associated emotional state, ineffable, and bliss. Bliss sounds good to me. And perfect is a view of life for some of these states. Oops. Let me move this thing here. All right. So when we talk about the law of attraction, and I'm not trying to get a little woo-woo on you, but it's still a law, just like gravity, whether we believe it in or not. If I hold up this pen and I drop it, it falls. But its basic philosophy is behind the law of attraction is that energy precedes manifestation. As such, positive thoughts may bring positive results into a person's life, while negative thoughts bring the opposite. So if we're living so much time in these red and orange and yellow spaces, we're going to attract more things of that lower frequency type. If we're finding ways to live in those higher green and blue and purple frequencies, we're going to be a healthier physical body. So how do we get there? That's the question of the day, right? So having a spiritual practice, and this is not a religious lesson at all in any way, shape, or form, but these are ways to get there. When we are in prayer, what do we get? We get hope, we have connectedness, we have our faith, we have the perseverance, we have that, you don't feel alone. You feel like you're together with something or someone, whatever that higher power is. So prayer can help you there. Visualization is huge. The power of visualization is very, very strong. The subconscious mind does not know real from imagined. I'm going to go deep into that tomorrow. So stay tuned for tomorrow's class. But the visualization is something that I would encourage you guys to practice daily. When you go through the course, you're going to get to module 2, and I talk about the success formula, which is going to be on my PowerPoint today. So I'll go into a little bit of that. But visualization is a really big part of it. The subconscious mind does not know real from imagined. So if you imagine yourself having or doing or experiencing the thing that you want to create for yourself and for your life, your subconscious mind will go out of its way to find ways to make that happen. Because again, it doesn't know that it's just here right now. Everything you have, everything you own, the chair you're sitting in was first imagined by somebody. It didn't just appear. The factory didn't just make it. Somebody imagined it first, and then the factory made it, and then you bought it, and now you're sitting on it. Right? Meditation, it's a great way to get out of the past. All the, why did they do that? Why did this happen? I shouldn't have said that. Why did I do this? Why did they do that? Why did this happen to me? This is how we live in depression. If we are looking at the future and worrying about the future, that's how we live in anxiety. Meditation can bring us to the present moment And it's called present for a reason. It's a present. So coming into meditation, even if it's a guided meditation, it's a great way to start where someone else is kind of talking you through it. But if you can get there, even if it's just for a minute, work your way up to 10 minutes. I've heard many of my mentors say they go up to an hour. I'm certainly not there yet. But that's a great way to get out of the past and out of the future and into the present. Breath work, another great way to become present. Gratitude journal. So imagine writing in your gratitude journal, and the graph I just showed you on the previous page, where the things that had the lower frequency, if you're feeling in a lower frequency mode and you're feeling a little bit stuck, how do I get out of this? All I can think about is all these bills and all the situation and the situation, and you're looping there's 60,000 thoughts over and over again. I can't get out of it, and you're just kind of stuck in that moment. Sit down to a gratitude journal and find 20 things that you're grateful for. And that will change everything. You cannot be grateful and stressed out all at the same time. You can go back and forth, but you cannot be both at the same time. So the more you practice your gratitudes, and Evelyn said yesterday, if all we had today was what we were thankful for yesterday, what would we be thankful for today? Or I don't know, I probably blew that, but if yesterday I put 5 things on my gratitude journal. So today I only have those 5 things. And I have a million things I could be grateful for. So if you're having trouble writing in your gratitude journal or making a gratitude list, think of be grateful for the chair you're sitting in. Be grateful for, the glasses that help us see. There's a lot of things we can be grateful for. Letting go is a huge piece of that. We talked about that last week, or maybe I went into that on Monday. But we hang on to stuff we don't need. That was Monday. So I had everybody hold out a bottle of water, right? That's not too heavy right now, but in 10 minutes from now, is this thing going to be pretty heavy? Yes. So the longer we hang on to things that no longer serve us, the harder it is, the heavier it is, the more difficult it is for our body to withstand. So letting go of the small stuff, letting go, don't sweat the small stuff. Somebody else is doing something that's not good for them or not good for you. Let them, but you got to do your own thing. Take responsibility for your part and then move on to something else. But let the stuff go that no longer serves you. Walking in nature is a huge, great, and fabulous way to get away from those lower resentment, grief, lower vibrational frequencies. Just walking around in nature and being grateful for what you see. Are you grateful for the leaves? Are you grateful for the sunshine? Are you grateful for the breeze? How about the grass? How about the butterflies? How about the little rabbits? Anything that you see out in nature. It's going to have effect on your physical body. Forgiveness, and that includes self-forgiveness. We mess up all the time, and I'm the queen of beating my own self up over and over and over again. Forgive yourself, forgive others. If somebody has wronged you, forgive them, because the more anger, if we don't let it go, the more anger or resentment that we have toward that other person, they don't feel it, they don't know it, they're none the wiser, but we're living in this lower vibrational place. So we've just got to forget. It doesn't mean we accept the behavior ever again, or it doesn't mean we have to forget what happened, or we let that person back in our life if it's bad enough to completely let go. But we got to still forgive it, because forgiveness is for you, not for them. And then bless your food. Blessing your food. It just, did anybody do the homework from Monday, listening to Dr. Emoto's rice experiment? Was anybody on the Monday group call?
I was, but I did not do it. I apologize, but I will.
Yeah, so he talks about Dr. Emoto. He has these 3 jars of rice, and he speaks loving to the one jar. I love you. You're wonderful. I'm so happy you're here. I love you. I love you. I love you. The second jar, I hate you. You're stupid. I never wanted you. You're stupid. You're dumb. You're worthless. Anything negative, terrible. And then the third jar he completely ignored. And the experiment was supposed to be what happens when we talk to kids in these ways, or what happens when we neglect children. And the first jar of rice that he said, I love you to, it was fermenting and it was just bubbling and it was doing all the things it was supposed to. It was very healthy. The other two jars came out black, like black, and rotten and moldy and but both being neglected and being negative too. So this is why I put this here. If we bless our food and we say nice things to our food, it changes the chemistry of the food. And I would say do the same thing with your water. Put put good stickers on your water bottles if you can, um, or bless your water, bless your food. If you look under a microscope, under frozen water, the water that's been spoken nicely to, it looks beautiful, like beautiful snowflakes. The water that's been spoken negatively to, it's distorted and asymmetrical and ugly. It's if you go down the rabbit hole of Dr. Emoto's rice experiment, go to YouTube. It's only a minute and a half. It's less than 2 minutes.
Tammy, is
But
it EMOTO?
I think so.
Okay.
I think so. It's a trip, though. I mean, this is why we have to be careful how we speak to our own selves. And we are all our own worst critics. Nobody talks as crappy to us as we do to our own selves. So we've got to have awareness to that and just kind of come out of that with your breath, with your meditation, with your visualization, with your gratitudes, letting go of what doesn't serve you, walking in nature, doing all these things, forgiving yourself for messing up because because we're humans. As Louisa, I think it was Louisa, yeah, said, we're human, we're spiritual beings having a human experience. So, or vice versa. Correct
Tammy,
me
do
how
you think that that video would be appropriate to show to children? The rice
Dr.
experiment?
Dr. Emoto's rice experiment?
Yes.
100% yes.
Because I have two grandsons that are actually calling their little
You
brothers.
watch it first. It's only a minute and a half if you're questioning it, but I can 100% guarantee you will want them to see it because kids can be bullied or be bullies. So once they understand what their bullying does,
Okay.
even if it's to their own brother and sister, not just other kids in school, but maybe because, brothers and sisters do that.
Okay.
But once you see that, you will want them to see it.
Okay. Great.
Oh, and the last one is contribution. This is a way to give back. You're giving of yourself, you're giving your time, maybe give money, maybe you donate some things, letting some stuff go. You could do a twofer. All the clothes you grow out of from doing this program, if weight loss is on your radar, go donate it to a place that clothes abused women or an organization that you believe in. Oh, and music is another way to get out of that lower vibrational place. It's just important. We're going to go there. We're human, but the sooner we can pull ourselves out of those lower vibrational frequencies, the better off our physical body is going to be. So let's review the success formula. Again, it's in module 2, training number 1. So the first thing, what is the first part? You've got to decide what it is, create it. What is it? Decide what it is, get clear on it. Okay, I want to fit in a size XYZ. I want to get off my thyroid medication. I want to get off my blood pressure, my blood sugar medication. Whatever it is, I want to go to Paris with my grandchildren. I want to be able to play with my grandkids. I want to hike with my friends. I want to go on this trip, and it's a hiking trip, and right now I can't do it. So what is it that you want to achieve? Decide what it is. There it is, number 2. See it in your mind's eye, visualize it as if it's already happened. So not like, oh, I'm going to feel better when XYZ. No, I'm so happy and grateful now that I can do this, or now that I can wear my little black dress or my favorite blue jeans or play with those grandkids or whatever the case is. You have to bring some feeling to it. That's a really important piece of the puzzle because, like I said, like attracts like. The law of attraction, you're going to attract things that are like what you're feeling. So when you add the feeling state to it, so when you see yourself either wearing the outfit or playing with those grandkids or off the medication, what does it feel like? How successful, what does that success feel like? Does it feel like a pitter patter? Do you feel yourself smiling? Like, what does it feel like in your physical body? And the more feeling you can give to it, the more you're going to, that's how you attract these results, which is how you're going to believe it. The more you see it and feel it, see it and feel it, and you got to repeat, repeat, repeat. That's the most important piece of this puzzle too, is you got to repeat that part. Is that's how you're going to believe it. Because again, the subconscious mind does not know real from imagined. And then once you believe it, you've got to take some actions, which will, of course, equal the behaviors, which will obviously bring you the results. So I am not the only one saying these things. I didn't make this stuff up. So who else, is saying the same things I just said? Sigmund Freud, thought is action in rehearsal. So again, it goes back to that success formula. If you're practicing your success formula and you're thinking about it and you're seeing it and you feel what it feels like to have that success, you're literally rehearsing your life. Now, if you can add action steps in your rehearsal or in your visualization, see yourself meal prepping, see yourself going to the gym, or see yourself enjoying some kind of a workout or activity that's physical. The more you can do that for yourself, you're literally rehearsing doing the things you need to do to get the results. Taken from the Bible, Matthew 9:29, according to your faith, shall it be done to you. So having that faith, having that belief piece, it's very important that we fully go all in with all your heart. They say 99% is hard, 100% is easy. So if you just go all in, believe in the program. We have faith in Dr. Infantino's program. Just go all in and do the little baby steps, and you'll get to see the results that you're looking for. We've got Napoleon Hill, what the mind of man can conceive, the mind of man can achieve. And I'm sure that's from his book, Think and Grow Rich. It's about money, but all those principles can be applied to getting healthy as well. Willie Nelson, we've all heard of Willie Nelson. Once you replace negative thoughts with positive ones, you'll start having positive results. Awesome. Then we've got Buddha, the secret for a healthy body. The secret for health, both mind and body, is not to mourn the past, worry about the future, or anticipate troubles, but to live in the present moment wisely and earnestly. And that's why we talked about the prayer and meditation and breath work brings us to the present moment. And that's why it's called a present. Proverbs 23:7, as a man thinks in his heart, so is he. So again, we practice seeing and feeling, and which will come to the point of believing what it is we're trying to create. Let go of all of our negative self-talk and just go into the rehearsal of that success formula. And lastly, Les Brown, if you guys are not familiar with him, he's really funny. Go to YouTube, look up Les Brown, listen to him while you're, cleaning your kitchen or your bathroom or making your bed or, doing the dishes or folding clothes or something. Listen to him. He's very inspiring. At least to me, he is. And he's funny. And he cracks himself up, and his laugh is very contagious. He truly cracks himself up. But in this one, it says, you must see your goals clearly and specifically before you can set out for them. Hold them in your mind until they become second nature. Until basically you are becoming a healthier person. So as you see as you practice that success formula, so these come from scriptures in the Bible from famous people to Willie Nelson to Buddha, whatever, Les Brown. There's so many more I could have put up here. There's lots and lots and lots of them, but I wanted to share some of these with you. I'm not the only one. I'm not making this stuff up, okay? Oops. All right. So with that, I am finished with the PowerPoint. Does anybody have any questions or comments or something they would like to add?
Tammy, you did an excellent job preparing this. It is so good.
Oh, thank you. Have you seen this one before?
No,
Oh, you haven't? Okay. Because I know you've graduated, so you should have seen it by now, but
no, not yet, but I
all
did
right. Well,
a good one.
good, 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 good.
So
Anybody?
I have to tell you, I have implemented so many things that you have done. I mean, literally, there's two rooms in my house that are Paris decorated, and then now I'm walking and I put on the YouTube video of Paris, somebody walking in Paris, and I feel like I'm walking there.
Oh, that is so perfect. Exactly what I just said.
No. And so I had to share that with you because it's like, wow, I'm seeing these things, but I'm actually going to see them in March. And so it's like, okay, I'm going to get there. I'm going to be able to do this. So I just wanted to share that. And I do in the morning, I do the visualization. I put in the comments about there's a Noom, Noom app. It's Noom Vibe app. You can set goals. You can you set your own goals where and then it gives you points for actually achieving them goals. And then they have like you can meditate, it is such a great app, and I do that every day. I do that, I do my they have actually gratitude. They have affirmations in there, they have meditations in there, and every day I go there and I do that and I see myself. I have this picture of in my mind of when me and John went on our honeymoon. We were on a cruise, and I see myself being that thin. And
That's how you're going to get there.
yeah, and so he's really kind of funny, John is, but he makes me feel like, wow, I'm getting there, and he's encouraging me. So last night it was like, okay, I don't know if I can get these steps in. So I went on the bike to make sure that I got all my stuff in, but he's very encouraging. So I just wanted to share that. It
That's
worked.
awesome. Now, the app is called Noom because someone in the chat is asking.
Yeah, it's Noom Vibe, Vibe.
Okay, Noom Vibe.
Yeah.
Well, awesome. I'm so glad you guys were all here. I got a lot of good feedback. I get nervous when I do this topic because I never know if I'm gonna ruffle a feather or you have to be so careful with being politically correct. And I try to keep it, you know, as bad as I could, but also authentic to myself and what I'm trying to teach in the program. It's not a lesson on religion, but it's just about a spiritual practice, whatever that looks like for you. But I sometimes get a little nervous, but I got a lot of good feedback. So thank you guys for that. So anyway, anybody else have anything else? It doesn't have to be in relation to this topic. If you have
No.
any like food questions or um, anything else.
I have to encourage all these new people. You really need to be engaged and come back to this group. I mean, you're going to learn so much. It's going to help you to be successful. I know that I wouldn't have lost 30 pounds if I had not been full in. You need to play full in. And you'll get to where you need to be. I mean, she has such a big heart, and she walks the walk, and it's coming from her heart. I mean, she really loves on everybody that um comes to these groups. I'm just sharing that with you. Um, just want you to know. I mean, it's great.
Stop it some more. I'm just kidding.
No, it's true.
Well, thank you so much for singing those praises. I appreciate that. Um, Anybody else before I run away? Well, tomorrow I will be going over law of attraction.
Patricia has a question, Tammy.
What's that?
Patricia has a question.
I'm a newbie, so looking forward to, oh, yes. Oh, yes, you may ask a question. Yes.
Okay, I am going to start my video and everything. Sorry, I was a bit late arriving here. As you know or don't know, Tammy, I haven't quite gotten my stuff together. I've just had some commitments prior to this, which I've had to attend to. But I'm really excited about this because I've had issues all my life. And I know, there's a lot of emotional stuff and, we've got to clear all of those things. So it's wonderful to be here and just learn how people have, gotten over things, what's worked, what hasn't worked. Now, I mean, for me, I'm a coffee addict, but I drink decaf coffee and I have 2 cups in the morning. But doctor was saying that we're not allowed to have coffee, but that we could replace it with something else. Is there
Yeah, so you want to, so are you off caffeine now?
No, not yet.
Okay.
No,
So
I'm totally off caffeine. I don't have caffeine.
yeah,
I
so
don't
if you're
have any
if
of
you're
that.
caffeine, that's a slow motion. You want to take your time, go really, really slow. But yeah, I would recommend, I like Teeccino. It's Teeccino. And
Sorry,
it's
let me
a
get that.
mushroom, two
Teeccino.
E's and two C's, Teeccino.
Chino. Yeah. Okay.
And it's just mushrooms and herbs.
Okay,
So
that sounds great.
the coffee is very acidic for the gut. It's also can be, the way it's grown can be more moldy. And it's
Yes.
also mostly, it's very highly, highly pesticide, of the things
Mhm.
we consume. So for those three, that's very acidic for the gut. So for those
Yes.
three reasons, we want it out, whether it's caffeinated or decaf. Now the caffeine, we want that out because to give the adrenals a break, just to give those a little bit of a break. You might find but you're off of that part, so you're
Yes.
good to go there. But
Mhm.
that's so anybody else listening, that's why. So the coffee is for acidic in the gut, the pesticides and the mold, and the caffeine is for the adrenals.
All right. Okay. That's what I wanted to know. Thank you.
So glad you made it here. Now, have you done the onboarding? I don't think you have.
No, like I say, I have been packed. I have not had a chance to even, think about it. So I managed to have my appointment with doctor, and then, obviously I just haven't had a time to
No,
go
you
through
haven't
everything.
you
But I
haven't
saw
done the
this.
onboarding. You
And I
need to
thought,
go to the scheduling link and book
yes,
your onboarding call.
okay.
I'm doing one in about an hour if you're free.
Well, I can do that.
Okay, so bring lots of questions. It's the same Zoom link. It's at
Yes.
it's 1 o'clock now, so it's at 2 o'clock Mountain Time. I don't know what I was gonna say planet. I don't know what planet you're on.
It's 3 o'clock here, so I'm on Eastern time.
So
Okay,
you're
so
2 hours ahead.
yes, so it's in an hour's time, basically. Is
Yeah,
that what you're doing?
yeah.
Okay, that's fine. And I use this exact same link.
Same link.
Perfect.
And just come on right at the time because I do start right on time because they're group calls. And
Yes.
Phil, I think you're signed up for that as well. So that's awesome. And I've got one other person signed up. So there'll be three of you in that onboarding call. And I'll go over how the whole program works. The fact that you guys are here on a group call before the onboarding, y'all get extra points for that.
Thank you.
You just do.
Tammy, it's
All right.
Royce. I have one quick question, if that's okay.
Yeah.
I just started the detox on Monday, and I'm wondering, the lemonade is very acidic, and what does that do to the enamel on my teeth?
Glad you asked. Really glad you asked. So number one, I really want you to rinse your teeth with water. Sip the water every time you sip the lemonade. So follow it with your water, rinse your mouth. Number two, you can dilute it. So make it how it's made. Where is it? Oh, it's right here. Um, Follow the recipe on the bottle, but then pour that into a glass of water that has, with over ice or add extra water to it. That way you can kind of keep track of how much you've had. But you're going to want to sip every 15 minutes, but always follow it with water. Option C, if it really does get to you, and Patricia and Phil, I will be discussing the cleanse with you guys individually, whether it's going to be a fit for you or not. Not everybody does it, but that'll be determined by your personal conditions and decisions and all that. But there's also a plan B. I might switch you over to the smoothie option. But if you can just water it down a little bit and tolerate through it, it's a great liver cleanser. My energy's just, I had no idea how tired I was until I did that cleanse. It was just, for me, very impactful. And my belly went flatter. It was distended a bit and it went flatter. So that was a big deal for me. I really appreciated that part. So if you can get through it, get through it. But if you can't, you let me hold your hand through this. That's what I can't tell you guys enough. I'm here to help you and guide you. And if you're struggling or if it's bothering you or your body's not reacting in a positive way, I can give you a plan B or plan C or take you out. Not take you out, but take you out. You're in this world, I'll take you out. That's not what I meant.
Can I ask you a quick question?
Sure.
Can Phil and Patricia, can you share where you're from?
Yes, I'm from Claremont, Georgia. So if you know Gainesville, we're about half an hour north of Gainesville. So we're up in the mountains. I have been here for the last 5 years. I'm actually Portuguese by birth, but have lived in South Africa all of my life.
Oh,
So
wow.
I've only been in the States for the last 5 years. And yeah, happy to be here.
I lived in Thomasville, Georgia for 8 years.
Oh, did you?
Colorado. Yep.
Oh, divine. And where are you now?
Colorado.
Oh, okay. Right. Okay, got you.
I live in Carmel, California. On the coast, the middle of California.
How wonderful.
Well, yes. I don't want to go political, but yeah. California's gotten pretty crazy.
That's why I live in Arizona.
Well,
I'm from California too.
I am in Arizona, but it's commercial property. But I love Sedona, Scottsdale, that area, beautiful.
Yeah, that's awesome. Well, I'm glad you guys are here in this Zoom room.
Yes.
So I'm excited I'll get to know you guys a little bit today. I'll probably do a lot of the talking today, but bring lots of questions to the onboarding. I do got to get going now because I have some things I have to do before that call. But anyway, I'm so glad we got to have new introductions of the new people, and I'll see you guys all really soon.
Awesome.
So thank you.
Tammy. Nice meeting all of you.